Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Amazing Spider-Man issue number 20. Now, obviously this one is a reprint cover of basically Spider-Man battling the Scorpion. And let's get on the story. It starts off how Peter says goodbye to Flash and Liz, and they're like, "Bye Peter, go play with traffic, puh." So Peter starts to investigate that this guy is up to something, and later in the night says, "I was right, he's watching the house." Now, but why? Now, when you think about it, shouldn't Peter at least call the police? I mean, he obviously has a phone downstairs, and he could probably use it. So just decides to investigate what's been going on, sees that he's talking to it in a phone booth, and decides to make it back before he can, but uses his webbing to make a bat-like thing. But due to his poor landing, he's like, "I hear her footsteps now. I was afraid of that. Gotta change fast." "Are you alright, Peter? Dear? I thought I heard." "Gosh, I'm sorry I disturbed you, Aunt May. I accidentally knocked over a chair." And so Peter sees that it's the same guy before, and we see that Jonah's looking at a thing about Dr. Stillwell's work, and he's like, "Now if someone discovered an anti-Spider-Man serum, that would be a story. Oh, how I hate that web-spinning, war-crying mass menace." And so he looks again and says Dr. Stillwell might be perfect without thinking of the possible consequences. And you see Gargan here saying, "He's perfectly going in to see his girlfriend. This is my chance to take a break. I'll rush off and report to the boss now." And so you see Gargan talking with J. Jonah Jameson and decides to use him for a test subject, where we see him talking, saying, "You mean you actually mutated a rat so it can swim, and a fish, and enable a fish to breathe in air like a rat?" "Well, mutated is not the exact word, Mr. Jameson, but I believe you summed it up accurately enough." And so they decide to give Gargan the proper powers, and they turn him into the Scorpion. He's like, "Gives me something to test my strength on. I've got to see if I'm powerful as I feel." And so he crushes a cinder block without breaking a sweat, and his tail is pretty much the strongest there is. So pretty much Peter says goodbye to Ned Leeds. I like how he says hooray, as in goodbye jerk. And so Peter goes off to talk with Jameson, and he decides to sweet talk him to come and says, "Blast it, keeping the Scorpion." So Scorpion shows up and starts to pummel Spider-Man. And just as he thinks all hopes is gone, Jameson gives a kind of goofy look, like saying, "Eureka! I haven't failed. The Scorpion made mincemeat of Spider-Man's greatest weapon. Nothing can stop us, Spider-Man is through." And so Scorpion starts beating the crap out of him, where Stillwell now sees the potential consequence of the Scorpion and creates a serum. Now, this is much different from Spider-Man the Animated Series, where Gargan got mutated due to neogenics and became mentally unstable, where Stillwell realized that neogenics was too unstable for humans. So just then, Scorpion realizes, saying, "I've won! I've beaten Spider-Man! He never had a chance! And if I can beat him so easy, then nobody can stop me. The whole city is mine, for the taking!" And so Scorpion starts banging out police cars, beating up officers, and causing mayhem where Jonah has to try and stop this. Stillwell tries to talk with him, saying that "I've got this serum that can reverse the effects," but Scorpion doesn't take it, and Stillwell ends up falling to his death, even though they could have kept him around. And Spider-Man and Scorpion get into a fight, and he finds out, and Jameson finds out to his horror that Stillwell is dead, and that this is all his fault, without thinking of the possible consequences. So, just as Spider-Man is almost through, and heads into Betty's and Jameson where they are, saying, "Mr. Jameson, look! Coming in through the window! Do something! Hurry! It's the Scorpion!"
Quick, call the police. I'll try and handle him. Tell everyone
to evacuate the building. And you tell Jameson only did it just to make sure no one found out he created the Scorpion. And Spider-Man and Scorpion get into a fight. And Spider-Man practically defeating the Scorpion. Where Jameson's like,
my secret is safe for now. But what, Supreme Irony? I was saved from a menace whom I believed helped to create, saved by one he was created to destroy.
And Peter realizes that he's a bit roughed up, so it makes it look like he got into a fight. Where Flash jokes around. And Aunt May decides to help Peter by stitching him up, thinking that he got mugged and stuff. And the story is left as a hollow victory. So what do I think of the story? It actually does a good job showing that actions have consequences, and J. Jonas's actions had consequences, because not only did he end up creating the Scorpion, it's something that will come to bite him in the ass years later. So the story deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. Steve Ditko, you did well, and rest in peace. So, Comic Review here, signing out.